some areas I did not go live on. Hello, everybody from Facebook. My apologies. I was just so into the groove of trying to get um, going on live that I just now am connecting everybody from Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. So my apologies. So I was just quickly going over areas about what to be doing when it comes to time wasting. And as I had shared that when it comes to time wasting, and for those of you that are on Instagram, I thank you so much for letting me recap this as I'm just going to be sharing with those on going online with Facebook and LinkedIn. So again, when it comes to your smartphones and your digital devices, you may want to also look at your apps, delete any apps that may be distracting to you, as well as maybe putting don't disturb signs when it comes to the applications that you have. And when it comes to multitasking, again, as I shared before, when it comes to multitasking, make your schedule, write down what is the most important thing you're going to have to do, give yourself some time blocking on that. And if you're not really good in multitasking, again, just focus on one of the projects that you find that you could be doing, and then you'll find that you'll get them done quicker. When I was going into the workplace, again, I'm just going to recap on this. And the workplace is where we have so much on our desk that we just lose focus. We get distracted. So clean the desk as best as you can. Remove all tools that may not be working for you, and you'll find the cleaner your desk is, the more time that you're going to have to finish your projects. When it comes to actually making decisions, make small decisions by not making so many. Again, we make decisions 300. The average person makes about 300 decisions per day in their time frames. So if you set a daily routine, map out your schedule the night before, you'll find that you won't have so many decisions to make. When it comes to effective time management, there are some areas that you just may want to be looking at. And some of these time management areas would be your phone calls. Now, think about how much time you spend on the phone, especially if you're spending with clients or if you're spending with it could be just being in an appointment or even in meetings. Always set a time limit. Maybe you want to have your phone calls for like 30 minutes, right? Or even your meetings to be set up for 30 minutes. But however you're going to do it, always give notification that when you are scheduling your phone and your phone calls to that they will actually be set up for a specific time so you can work through the phone call. Also, too, if you're finding phone calls are going a little too long and you want to wrap it up, you can just always by putting a close in it and just say, I appreciate your time in speaking with me. Or it could even be something to the point where you would be saying, I don't want to take much of your time. And you could just kind of recap back on what it is that you were wanting to wrap up and finish up with. Other areas too, when it comes to your personal phones and do not disturb, you will also find with this especially if you're having a meeting or if you're going to go live like I am, you don't want to lose focus on what it is. So what you should be doing is put a do not disturb sign on. A do not disturb sign on your phone will just indicate that you can't speak right now. And you always can then come back and you can check out what those messages are that were left for you. But at least you could stay focused on what it is that you're doing at that moment. When you want to set time for non-tasks related items, like especially like the internet, we can lose so much time on the internet. When we are on the internet, excuse me, this is the best time where you really should put a time limit on. maybe it's on your lunch hour. If you're taking a half hour lunch and you want to go browse on the internet, a lot of times too, what happens is that your staff, if you do have staff, they lose a little bit of focus. So when it comes to the internet, again, set a time. And if you need a little break, I would even just say maybe 5-10 minutes, just do some internet browsing if you have to give your brain just a little bit of a break. And you'll find too that you, as soon as that alarm goes off, you could just get right back and start working again. When you want to do make a short to-do list, this is actually where you need to understand what is the most beneficial to do, if it's work related or if it's non-work related. So you have to determine what you want to do, and but the most of all is you really have to understand how to say no. When we say yes to too many things, before we know it, it has taken up our day. We just did not get to finish what it is that we want to do. And when you have your schedule in place, you will find that you will be able to achieve what it is that your projects are, especially if you have deadlines that you need to meet. So that's an area where you may want to think about when it comes to doing your to-do list. Also, when it comes to your emails, morning and afternoon, I always say is the best time to actually look at your emails. Try and do it maybe 30 minutes prior before you start your day, as they say. And by doing this, you'll find that you'll be able to catch up on any emails that came in the night before, especially if clients needed to reschedule with you or if meetings needed to be rescheduled, and also other areas that you can look at when it comes to working with your day is at the end of the day. So maybe half an hour before you close out the end of the day, you want to make sure if there were any other information that came through that you have to take care of, or maybe you need to stay a little later to get the projects done. Especially too, if there are events, sometimes you may not know about an event the next day because they didn't get the message out to the day before, or like the day that you were in. So half an hour before the morning, and try and do a half an hour before the evening. If by chance you're struggling with trying to still put the pieces in place when it comes to managing your day, please send me a message. I'd love to have a chat with you. I'd love to learn a little bit more about what it is that you do. Try to help you put a plan of action in place to see what works best in your schedule for what it is in your business. Not all of us have that same business in what we have to do to our customers and to do the customer service, and even, to get more business. And I also just want to share, please don't forget that on February 27th, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about managing your day and your daily schedule, join the wait list, get your name on there. We'll save your spot, where we're having a 4-day boot camp. It's about maybe about a half an hour each day, 45 minutes. And you're going to learn how to untangle your mind. You're going to learn how to manage your priorities, what's important, what's not. Why is it important to have a blueprint in your schedule, and also how to block out your time. So I want to hop right back on again. And again, for those of you that are on Facebook and LinkedIn, you will get to see this whole full video again. My apologies for not turning on the button going live, but it was, I want to thank you for joining me. Again, please reach out to me. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you. And I look forward to for you to join me next week for another weekly Wednesday business tip. Make it a great day.